This is a Microsonics player from about 1979. It's a little mini phonograph which can play tradable sports cards that have a record attached to them. They can slide into this little plastic cover on the back, or the little plastic cover can come back and you can see that there's a stylus in here. And so the record does not move, the stylus spins around and plays a stationary record. This is the front of the player. Pause, play, stop, eject for when there's a card. When there's no card, it just stops without ejecting. Built-in speaker, volume control, AC adapter, and audio output jack over here. I have a book that I just refound today that I haven't seen for years and years and years. This is the 1979 World Champion Seattle Sonics book that came out as a Microsonics book. Official record collection and photograph album of the year that was the championship season. And as you thumb through here, you'll see that the owner, Sam Schulman, for instance, has a little plastic disc attached to the Sonics logo down here. And you might be able to see that there's a little V indentation right in the middle. That's used as a guide so you can properly set the player onto the record itself. Here's Lenny Wilkins, coach, and so on and so on. Let's pick one here and have a listen. This is page 2 of Dennis Johnson. It's a little tricky to get the player aligned properly. I have to look through this little window, and the Sonics logo was circular, and I just kind of feel for when the little peg that sticks out of the bottom of the player sticks into that V, and it looks like this. And now I can hit the play button.
Some of the things Dennis Johnson felt he couldn't say about himself, apparently, have probably been said about him by some of his teammates and coaches. One player has said of Dennis, "He's really hard to figure out sometimes, his moods and like that, but when he lets you get to him, he's a super guy, really, and you can see for yourself that he's unselfish and a total team player on the court. We only hope he can get over the things that get him down sometimes, because that can eventually affect the way a guy plays." Calling attention to a stretch of several games toward the end of the championship season, when the Sonics were still battling to make the playoffs, a stretch in which Dennis, by his own admission, had something on his mind that was interfering with his performance, and a period during which the Sonics lost several consecutive games, one of his teammates said, "The fact that Dennis played himself out of that slump, worked things out for himself so he could continue making his contribution to the team. That proved to me that he's got guts and fortitude to pull himself back up like that." One of DJ's coaches, you figure out which one, said of him, "We're all created to be world champions as human beings, and we all hope to get there the best way we can. Dennis takes an unusual route sometimes, maybe fighting himself more than the real enemy. But we're hoping he gets there, and I have confidence he will." And another teammate said, "You don't really get close to him, but DJ's the kind of guy, if you needed something, some kind of help, he'd give you everything he could."
Now the player is not auto stop, so it'll keep on playing until I reach down and hit the stop button, like so. And then the stylus slides back to the center position again. So the record gets played from the inside out. And if you look on the back cover, it's kind of funny. This is from Microsonics, a division of First Northwest Industries of America. And I Googled them, and they were the owner of the Seattle Supersonics basketball team for, I think, 8 years. And so this was strictly an in-house job. I don't think that it ever got any further than Seattle, but kind of a cool piece of audio history.